Ahoy Maties, welcome to the seas. This is Damron. We are on the fifth and final part of our Pirate's Life Tall Tale series, which brings us to Lords of the Sea. And this is the final culminating tall tale of this series. And if you've been following this, you know that you can pick up all of these tall tales to the right of the castaway at this new building that you can find at any outpost. Again, you can start this tall tale at any outpost. So I'll try to cover everything about this tall tale that you need to know. This is a short one compared to the others, and we'll also get all the journals as well and get you all the commendations. So once you get the tall tale book, you know, you can read a little bit, but eventually it's going to say look to the skies for Davy Jones. And indeed, no matter where you are, whatever outpost you are, you should be able to see a cloud of Davy Jones in the sky. So let's go ahead and head that direction, right? It's similar to like Flameheart or any other thing that's going to be up in the sky. Head there. Once you get close enough, you're going to basically trigger this event, and it's going to be a couple waves of things that you need to fight through. The first being some ghost ships that are very similar to Flameheart. They only take 3 shots to take down. Pretty easy. Also, just like the Flameheart event, they will drop storage crates of the dam that you can pick up in order to get supplies if you're running low. Nonetheless, once you take out enough of those ships, the large siren statues are going to come out of the water. There's going to be 2 of them, and they're going to have this large kind of glowing red aura around them. You can go in that. It's not like a barrier, but it will do damage to you if you enter into that red circle. So there's going to be 2 of those that you need to take out. So there's 2 commendations we'll briefly touch on. One is the Ancient Armada, which is to take out 20 of the ghost ships, and then the other, Sea of Silence, is to take out 10 siren statues. Well, there's only 5 siren statues in the entire tall tale. You theoretically could kind of hang out and destroy the ghost ships until you get 20, but you're going to need to do this beginning part at least twice so that you can kill 10 siren statues, because there's only 5 of them. You're going to have the wave of the 2 siren statues, and then after you take those out, 3 more siren statues are going to spawn. There will be ghost ships in this as well, and Jack will eventually go back to the ghost version of the Black Pearl to kind of help you out with these waves, and he's actually very helpful. But eventually, once you take out all of those, you know, statues, you will be joined by a couple of crews that we saw in the original Tall Tales who's been around. You know, Pendragon, the Morning Star, Rose and George are going to join you, and when they do, now Captain Davy Jones is going to try to send his captain ghost ships at you, which take a little bit more damage, but you can kind of roll with your crew. They're going to shoot at these boats too. I mean, theoretically, you could actually not shoot a cannon and just kind of wait until they take everything out, but that's boring, right? So let's help them out, and let's take out these captains of the dam. Once we take out all of those, Calypso will come in and help you out by striking the spire with some lightning. And once she does that, she'll give you a signal that it's time for you to go into the spire. So pull up to it, to this area of flat land. It's pretty beautiful. I love all the scenery in these Pirate's Life Tall Tales. They're really cool with all the coral. But nonetheless, once you do get onto the spire, just make your way up to this linear path. And the first room that you're going to come to, this is where we'll get our first journal. Hang on the left-hand side of the wall. You're going to pass 2 ghosts that have candles. And when you get to the 3rd one, look to the left, and you should see the journal propped right up against the rock here. Alright, from this tall tale, we're going to head on our path again. It's a linear path, kind of like all the tall tales in this particular Pirate's Life new update. You know, it's not as much variability as the original tall tales, kind of more story-based linear. But eventually, you're going to come to this wooden bridge here, and when you cross that, just look immediately across from you into this red-pink coral, and just to the left of that is going to be our next journal. Alright, again, from this journal, we'll speed it up a little bit. We're just going to cross this mast, and here you can either run and jump or do a sword lunge, whatever you want to do. But you're going to kind of progress around the spire, and you're going to have to jump and kind of parkour along some planks and masts and things like that. But eventually, once you kind of make your way through this ship hull and kind of go around this ship edge here, you're going to come to a large ladder that's going up a mast. And when you get to the top of this mast, again, this is the way you have to go, so you can't miss this direction. But once you get to the top of the mast, you're going to see this brig structure here. As soon as you get inside it, immediately look to the left, and you can get the next journal kind of in this kind of algae-like plant life here. make sure you grab that before you go down to the right, in which you're going to fall down this ship hall. But once you fall down here, before we head up the shipwreck to our left, go to the northwest corner of this room, and just to the left of this guy on this rock is our 4th journal. From that journal, now we're going to progress up the shipwreck that was right behind us, and this is the way that you have to go to progress the tall tale. But once you get up to the top of this shipwreck, right before you go on to the right in front of you is going to be your 5th journal right beside this ghost. All right, from that journal, we're going to progress on. We're going to go up the bow of the ship, and we're going to head along this path, and there'll be a ladder that's going to bring you into the next room, in which you're going to see Dead Man's Chest. And in here, you're going to be attacked by several waves of phantom enemies, which isn't like a long battle. There's not too many waves. You're just going to have to kill, a couple waves of these guys. But once you do kind of get to the end of that and you kill the last phantom enemy, he'll drop a large key right there that you can pick up. If you pick that up, now you're going to be able to open up Dead Man's Chest, and when you open up Dead Man's Chest, Calypso will do the rest for you.
At last, Davy Jones, I know where the heart truly lies.
So Calypso will kind of strike it and destroy the spire, and will instruct you to get back to your ship so you can kind of head out onto that wooden plank and jump out, and you'll be back at where you docked your ship and get back on your ship. And now the Flying Dutchman is going to enter the fray. You and your ghost friends and your ghost captains will have a nice battle. Eventually will culminate in you having a destructive finish that is pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. But after that's all over, you'll finally get to see the Black Pearl in all its glory in real form, and you're going to be able to board this. And when you board the Black Pearl, you're going to see the last cutscene in the Tall Tales. So I'll let you enjoy that. Obviously, I won't ruin that for you, but we need to grab some journals on the Black Pearl. The first of which is right beside the captain wheel, so you can't miss that. From that, turn around, and right in front of the back mast, you're going to see the next journal on this little ledge here. From the second journal, we'll kind of drop down and go into the captain's quarters, and on the table right in front of the chair, you're going to find your 3rd journal. From this journal, now let's head up the ship to the front of the ship, and we're going to go up these little stairwells here, and you're going to see right in front of the front mast our next journal right here on this ledge. From that journal, now we're going to head down into the first level of the boat, and once we go down here, just head to the front of the ship, and around the front of the front mast on the bottom, you're going to find your 5th and final journal of all of the Pirate's Life Tall Tales. So if you've been following my guides, you should have all of the commendations in all of the Tall Tales, which will unlock you, obviously, the Yo-Ho, A Pirate's Life Shanty, and you'll have all the commendations. You should unlock the achievements as well. So I hope you guys found this helpful. As always, if you like my stuff, feel free to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you on the seas.